welcome to another edition of the High Impact Podcast. I go by the name of the world famous DJ OKTOBA. I got my brother DJ KROOK on the block with the studio clock in the building with me. Each and every Wednesday, you can find us right here on Alabama Hip Hop Radio. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I don't know what time you're watching, but we appreciate you for tuning in. Hey, man, it is a beautiful day in hip hop.
Yes.
It's a beautiful day in hip hop. KROOK, how you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I drank all my water, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was getting sick, you know. My voice is a little raspy, you know what I'm saying? But my fingers is still a little graspy. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Okay. I
see you over there shining, man. What you got, the 14K on or what?
Hey, man, we 24 karat, like Bruno Mars around here.
I mean, what you going to the club after this?
Hey, man, we might have some appearances or something. You know what I'm saying? I might have a little rendezvous.
Did I come underdressed?
Hey, man, they can't even see the drip.
The
like,
drip.
It's crazy down here. Like,
drips.
All you see is a little uptight. You can't even see down here. Like, it's orange. And, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
All kind of shit going on, man.
But anyway, man. Hey, listen, man. It is a beautiful day here in Alabama Hip Hop Radio. We got some sad news. Well, not sad news. I can't even start saying sad news. We had some. Well, matter of fact, just take a quick look at the video. Here we go.
Now, Lord, let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, my strength, my Redeemer. Let them go in peace.
So as you see, man, Bishop T.D. Jakes had a little medical emergency on stage. He was,
Bro,
I can't even say the joke. I was about to say he almost pulled a fat man scoop. That ain't even right.
Listen, this is the part that people not paying attention to. The last thing he said before he passed out was, "He is my Redeemer. Let me go in peace."
Hey, man, let him go.
Let him go in peace. So, in my mind, if you say something like "Let me go in peace,"
he was ready.
I mean, did he try to go off? Did he try to go right there on the stage? Because if somebody says "Let me go in peace" and then that's it, I mean, I don't know what else to think, bro. Like, am I? Listen to it again.
My strength, my Redeemer. Let them go in peace.
Now, am I tripping?
No. I mean, you know, sometimes it's not a sign. It's a green light. Like, let him go.
Now,
he might have seen
I'm
the
not
angels.
talking about suicide. I'm not talking about, no level of killing yourself. What I'm saying is, what I'm seeing is that man called home, and man, look at here. If they wouldn't have rushed on stage, hey, God almost answered. I mean, I'm just saying. And people always try to make it seem like, oh, well, they need some rational explanation. I don't need no rational explanation. The man said, "Let me go," and he almost choked up out of here. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, but they said that he's all right. They took him to the hospital.
He's doing well.
Yeah, outpouring of support and love, all that good stuff. But I'm almost feeling like Lieutenant Danish. The man, I felt like he wanted to go on the battlefield. That's just me.
I can respect that. He like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson said he don't want to die in a hospital. He want to die in a boxing ring.
In the ring. And by the way, it wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world if that's what he wanted.
Can you imagine, like, the normal person when they go to the hospital, like, everybody's praying for him. Can you imagine how many people were praying for T.D. Jakes? Yeah. Just realistically, like if God got an inbox, like his DM had to be going stupid.
Yeah.
Like, for T.D. Jakes, and he fell out on national, like.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know how he stayed on the stool. Because,
God.
I mean,
Ain't nothing but the Lord.
It was a miracle he didn't fall over and just, right there. Because, I mean, it reminded me about, like, Big Hawk, like how Big Hawk died on stage. He took one breath, and he was out of here. I mean, whew.
R.I.P. Hawk, Fat Man Scoop.
Yeah.
TD
Fat
Jason.
Man Scoop. You see
Hold
what
it
I'm saying?
down. Yeah,
so,
man.
like, you got to think about it like this. If you call home, right, because the last 2-3 minutes of him talking, it was like a shutdown type speech.
He was saying his farewell.
He was saying his farewell.
Yeah,
Why
absolutely.
is nobody talking about this? That's my question. But
Absolutely.
Who am I? Anyway, that's the only thing I want to say. I mean, but call me crazy, but the man just tried to go and y'all stopped him.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Shame on y'all.
You know how much money that church would have
Let him go in peace, as
he
TD
asked
Jake
for
said.
it.
As he
Y'all,
asked for
see,
it.
that's the problem. Y'all don't listen. The man
At
said,
all.
let me go. Let me be.
Let me go. Here y'all come rushing on the damn stage. You want him to stay with you. Stop being selfish.
You know Northside got the good hospitals, so, yeah, y'all trip, man.
Hey, man. Hey.
Let
well,
that man handle his
bag
business,
off.
man. Yeah. Anyway, man, all jokes
else we
aside,
got?
man, TD Jakes get well soon,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, look, for your family, yeah, but the stuff that you was saying on that stage, Bishop, I ain't gonna lie, it sounded like you was ready, and it sounded like you had hit the button. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Hey, speaking of hitting the buttons,
The segues.
the segues.
Yeah.
Man, we got two of the top female rappers in the game right now.
Yep.
One has officially announced her pregnancy. The other one is kind of keeping it a secret.
Yeah.
If she's pregnant. She says she might not be pregnant. She might have had a little beer belly that night on stage.
You might not. What kind of a statement is I
was,
might not be pregnant?
I might not be as I'm pregnant.
Who are you talking about?
You just don't know, but I can't believe that. Like, yeah, if she's
Well, we got the photos.
so Flo
y'all be the
Millie.
judge.
Yeah, Flo Millie has came out and now she's pregnant. She posted a video
Okay, all right.
on
Thank
IG.
you. Thank you for saying
Flo
that.
Millie
Yeah.
looked like a Haitian boy got
Now
her
we
pregnant.
can
Like,
talk about it. What you say?
we talk about this manifestation shit every week. Like, you talking about
you
you
know
love
what?
them Haitians
She
and them
say a lot of
dreadheads?
them songs now. It's a lot
Yeah.
she say in them songs
Yeah.
that make me feel like that Haitian persuasion.
The wit and
that
you
and she
lose
wants
control.
this. And,
Yeah, like, hey.
So I think that he made
It did
yeah.
something for me. But yeah, shout out to the Haitian boy. Congratulations. You might have got you a lottery ticket.
Hey, is he with her? Never mind. Keep going. Go ahead.
nah,
Go ahead. Hey, we love Flo Millie. We from the same place she is. I'm trying to start no rumors, but I think we know who your BD is, sir. And
He was in the video.
yeah, but videos are videos. We can't take them as proof these
I
days.
did see a little
but-
scope on his. Maybe I'm tripping. Anyway,
yeah, keep going.
so
Flo-
the other female who claims she has a beer belly, she might have been a little bloated,
beer belly.
is the lovely Miss. She said she don't know.
No, look at the stomach. I'm gonna do just like the women do on Maury. Look at the stomach.
Is that pregnant?
Look
Like,
at the look at the curvatry. Look at the location. Look
like
at,
she
look at
carrying
the
low.
whole situation.
So we finna have a 22 Savage, huh? Is that what they saying?
Yeah, it could be 23. I'm just saying, because twins is not an uncommon thing. But Lotto, come on out, stop and stop playing with that. Come
How
on.
we go from not knowing if we pregnant to twins? That's
Oh,
a huge jump.
I'm calling it out there just like
That's a
Sierra,
huge
because
jump.
they saying Sierra might be pregnant with twins
Hey,
now.
if I was Russell Wilson, I wouldn't care. Like, that man make
whatever.
$250,000 a year. Like, I'm gonna keep knocking. I'm gonna keep shooting the club. 1-2 step to this motherfucker.
Hey,
I got you.
listen, every time they come around, you throwing darts at.
Every time. Listen, speaking of Future and Russell Wilson,
Oh, that's always a sore spot for me.
I mixed. Speaking of Sierra and Russell Wilson,
Thank you. Keep going.
Sierra's original baby daddy, the original recipe, KFC,
Future.
Mr. Toxic,
Yeah.
Future turned 41 this week.
Ooh, okay.
Atlanta,
okay.
the streets and the drug games are 41 years old right now. They ain't,
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
new stuff.
Yep.
Them the new heads.
Man.
Navardius, whatever his name, 41.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
he made the outlandish statement of the year. I thought Cat Williams said some shit.
Okay, what you got?
Future said, how is there a big three and y'all don't mention me?
Ooh.
Big Pluto. Does he have, does he have a good point?
You know what? Let me talk to the audience right now.
Okay.
And when it comes to rap, right? When you send your song for an artist to throw his verse on, right? I send you the song, you send me the verse back. It ain't like K. Dot sent his lyrics and said, hey, I want you to approve these first, and then I'll put it on there. No. He made the verse, and there you have it. So, as much as he didn't like the fact that he wasn't even thought of when it comes to the big three, are you gonna ask him to change his verse up, knowing how explosive it was and turned out to be? I mean, here he is claiming 3 top albums of the year in 1 year, but then on the other side, you mad because he mentioned the fact, well, in so many words that you wasn't included in the big. And by the way, Super Future, hey, you not in the big 3, bro. I'm gonna just throw that out there.
You're not, sir.
You know, I mean, I don't want to turn my back on him, but he's not even in the top 5.
I made a post a couple months ago, and I'll be the first to admit it. I'm not the biggest Future fan. I did like the old stuff.
Man, you hate Future. Let's just
I don't hate
it.
Future. I don't. It's only so many drugs and so many times I can go to the moon. Like, it's only so much. But
that's
his
okay.
music, to me, like I said,
we'll go with that.
To me, his music has not grown up. His music hasn't elevated. He's still rapping about Molly, Percocets, drugs, being toxic. His music hasn't elevated.
This is what happened. You had Future, and then he moved to L.A. when he got with Sierra, and his music changed. And he admitted that. After his
music hasn't changed.
After him and it did grow up for just a second. You got to go back through his albums. Right after that Honest album, his music grew up just a little bit, and he saw it was a change for a second. But then after that, he said he went right back to Atlanta and started getting right back into it because he realized and this is his words, the people love that disrespectful shit.
Shit. Remember that song he said, shit? That was the hook. Shit. Like, listen, if you're a club DJ, I don't care where you at.
This is why you don't like it, because you don't be on the type of drugs that they be on.
I don't.
If you on those drugs and you in your zone and you hear some of that Future shit, your mind will go to the fucking moon. That's why you don't like it.
Just for clarification, DJ October is not on any drugs other than medicated from my doctor.
And let me go on record by saying that he is a fucking liar.
I am not on any drugs. Understand me? THC is not a drug. It's legal in over 40% of the country.
Hey, I'm going to let you have it. That's cool.
Fire that shit up right now. You see the shit runs. No, I'm joking. But, hey, man, listen.
We know what's going on.
Speaking of K. Dot and Future, your boy K. Dot is back in the news. I know you a K. Dot stan. K. Dot is back in the news.
K. Dot stan? Is that what you think?
I ain't gonna say stan.
Is that how you categorizing me? Let me tell you something.
Stan sounds a little harsh.
No. Let me clear the air. Okay?
You're a K. Dot fan.
When it comes to K. Dot versus Drizzy,
okay.
Since we gonna call Kendrick Lamar by his, K.
Dot,
yeah. I call Drake by his. K. Dot versus Drizzy. If I had to choose a side, homeboy, I am Team Drizzy, and let me tell you why. Okay, picture this: 2014. I was listening to the Take Care album by Drake. Okay, this was 10 years ago. Can you hear me? Okay, there was a certain interlude that I kept hearing. I didn't know who this cat was, but I was like, you know what? This is a weird, nice little track that's not actually a track, right? And then it was a couple of years later I learned it was Kendrick Lamar. Here we have a man that was at the top of the game at that moment, because he ran the game for a solid 10 years. Let's throw that out there. And here Drake is giving him an open mic, basically, to all of his fans. So in my mind, that was an assist of a lifetime. And there's even video that has surfaced of K. Dot just giving Drake his flowers for allowing him the opportunity.
It's poetic justice.
How could you ever go so hard on somebody that gave you the platform that they had, shared their platform? It's just ungrateful to me, man. And The Weeknd is another one of them.
It's giving Mitch. It's giving Mitch vibes, K-Dot. It's giving Mitch vibes.
I mean, for real, bro. Like, you don't even want to acknowledge it? Come on, man.
Hey, man, Rick Ross' first song to go 1 billion streams was Drizzy.
Come on.
Yeah, man.
How can you sit there and receive these accolades, not acknowledging the fact that the accolades, that the top ones you have, is associated with going against this man? Come on, man.
And now, the ultimate slap in the face. I don't know if y'all read this one. This is hot off the press. Drake initiated legal action against Universal Music Group and Spotify, alleging the two companies use bots and false advertisement to artificially inflate the numbers of Kendrick Lamar's "They Not Like Us." They not like us.
Yeah.
Man, producers from Mustard, everybody has responded. Universal Music Group responds saying that the suggestion that UMG would do anything to undermine any of its artists is offensive and untrue. That's what the Shade Room reported. So, Drake, I'm gonna be 100 with you. Like, I'm a Drake fan. I am. I ain't no stan. I like Drake music. He make music for the girls. He make good club music. He on the radio 34 days out the week. Like, he makes good music. He does. I don't know who's writing it. I don't care who's writing it. He makes good music. He performs good music. The fact that you literally, the Meek Mill shit was, you kind of beat Meek. Meek didn't use his head.
You know, the more I listen to you talking, I'm realizing how this shit is going, the more pissed off I get. But keep going.
The Pusha T shit, you lost it lyrically, but his whole persona, his whole image was just trash. Like, so it wasn't really a L.
You want to know what pissed me off?
Hold on. The Kendrick shit was a straight L. Like, at first, it was kind of back to back. Like, you was dropping good shit, he was dropping good shit.
Yeah.
The Not Like Us took the shit over the top.
It took it over the top.
I don't know if it was because the bots was kept playing it.
No, I'm going to tell you why.
Or because I kept doing the wop, 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 wop. That shit right there, that nigga had like
it was a
20...
bop song, but also what the other tracks that Kendrick made, were they produced by DJ Mustard?
No, not Mustard.
Thank you. That was the difference.
Not Mustard.
That was the difference. Why the hell didn't Drake go and get one of his, back-to-back type song? You remember that song back-to-back when he made that Meek Mill diss track?
40 makes most of Drake's beats.
Why didn't he go and you got to go get a bop song if you're going to do something that what people want to vibe to it. They couldn't stop playing back-to-back.
Yep. Summer 16.
They didn't follow the rules of a hit bop song. He went straight to Mustard. Mustard made a regular Mustard type hit type beat.
Wop, wop, wop.
Simple but boppish. And it had a little story behind it because they used a sample of the ether and all that other crap. And it was a rap. But also, Drake didn't do anything else after that. He's supposed to make another song after that. They was done. They was going back to back, and then all of a sudden he make that song and you don't make any more.
How many times can you go back to back? He caught him up in a lie thing. Drake, before the Not Like Us, I was under the impression that Drake had won that battle.
Yeah.
Because he stopped responding. He was like, I'm done with this shit. K-Dot dropped that bomb at the very end, and it was just pandemonium.
It was a rap.
Pandemonium.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Drake has been on his petty shit. So not only about the lawsuit, I don't know if y'all seen the recent streaming. Drake was on a podcast doing an interview, and the guy was playing the Weeknd song.
Yeah.
Drake said, "Cut that shit off."
Because guess what? Ordinary people, come on, Drake. They can't keep up with everybody that's trying to come at you. Like, Joe, what his name is, Joe Budden.
Joe Budden.
He said the lamest shit ever.
Shout out to Jump Off.
Yeah. He said the lamest shit ever. He said that Pusha T handed like this baton, I guess, to Kendrick Lamar, and he finished him off. Man, people was really buying into this shit. What type of motherfucker, if I say, look, man, here go a whole group of people trying to take me out, what type of confirmation is it if I sit there and say, well, this person handed the baton to him and he finished him off? Man, that's the lamest shit I've ever heard.
I mean,
the streets are done, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, it's too much. It's too much, man.
Like, he didn't ask, ain't like Drake asked Lil Wayne to say, hey, look, make a couple diss tracks, or, you say something, or Nicki, you say something. Like, man, that's crazy, man. Everybody coming at one man, it's like, let the man beef with one person. if it's a real rap beef, I mean, what is this?
It's not a real
what
rap
are we doing?
Beef. Ain't no blood shit. Ain't no, they sending each other different addresses. They sending each other stuff to their addresses. Drake trying to fuck his wife. Like, it ain't no real rap beef. Now, speaking of Kendrick and Lil Wayne, if y'all haven't heard Kendrick's new album, GNX, go give it a run, see what you think. I liked a lot of it. I didn't like the Squabble Up song. I thought that was kind of, real West Coasters. I'm an Alabama boy. I ain't out here two-stepping.
Yeah, we like beats and ticks, man.
Yeah, I like beats and ticks and some Southern shit, some ass bouncing, some titties jumping. Like, I like hip-hop.
That's what we are.
Southern hip-hop. But K-Dot did throw a shot at the GOAT, Lil Wayne.
I'm very upset about this.
And I now, he's not a K-Dot stan. He's definitely a Wayne fan. And Wayne had the opportunity to respond. Wayne said, man, what the fuck I do? I just be chilling, and they still come for my head. Let's not take my kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants destruction, not even me. But I shall destroy if disturbed. On me, love, Weezy F motherfucking baby.
Okay?
Woo!
Now, Snoop Dogg.
Woo!
Right? The so-called self-proclaimed king of the West. I don't know where he got that shit from.
Snoop?
But, yeah. Snoop sat there and said that he was the king of the West Coast, and he handed the crown to Kendrick Lamar. I don't know where he even got that shit from.
Snoop is definitely the king of the West Coast. Nobody ever has been bigger on the West Coast than Snoop. Tupac was him, but when Tupac went down, there is not a hand to God. There is not another artist on the West Coast, maybe not in America, other than a damn Jay-Z or Beyonce.
Have you
that's bigger
seen
than
Snoop Dogg's numbers?
I'm not talking
first
about
of all,
numbers.
we're not talking about, all this other shit that he got going on with Martha Stewart and going to the Olympics and all that. We talking rap shit. You see what I'm saying?
Go back and watch that other episode. We talked about Snoop and Martha Stewart. I don't know why this man is tripping. Snoop is the king of West Coast hip hop. If I'm wrong,
oh my God.
Okay, I need y'all. I need.
Okay, are we talking about albums? Are we talking albums? Are we talking music?
I'm talking about longevity, music, everything. Snoop is the epitome of what West Coast wants to be. Snoop Dogg. This man that went from cripping to cooking to Olympics. Snoop is the man. Big shout out to Uncle Snoop. Ain't nobody on the West Coast bigger than the Unc.
All right, look. Okay,
Snoop is a legend.
This is what I'll say about Snoop. Yeah, he is a legend. And he's back from the heyday when
you trying to say Snoop can't give him the crown because he didn't have the crown.
I'm trying to say
Snoop
when did you take this crown? When did you wear this crown?
He's always worn.
I've never known him to be the known king of the West Coast.
And this is why what makes us go down. This is what brings the quality down.
Hey, what about Ice Cube?
Statements like Ice Cube is icon. Big three. Statements like this is
Ice
what
Cube
brings
came
the
out with
quality down. How do you not recognize Snoop Dogg, Mr. 187 Death Row?
Because he just all of a sudden just said he was
Dr.
the king of the West Coast.
When
did we have that vote?
All of them came from under this man.
No. Listen, who did he kill, no pun intended, to become the king?
He didn't have to kill anyone.
Oh, my God.
Who was the king of the West Coast before Snoop?
You just said it, Tupac.
Tupac died.
Okay. Who killed? Look, this is what
who made Tupac king?
What? Who said? Oh man, Snoop Dogg has been running the game for the last 5-10. Snoop Dogg
has been running the game for the last 5-10.
Snoop Dogg ain't made an album in the last 5-10 years that I know of.
Man, Snoop Dogg dropped an album within the last month. I guarantee.
Oh my God!
Snoop stayed.
You talking about that greatest hits thing he refurbished?
Man, listen. Oh my God!
Hey, shout out to Snoop, but the King statement. I ain't never heard you talk like that, big dog. And to say you handed it over to Kendrick Lamar. By the way, he had to invoke Drake's name again to go to the top of the charts. The game is done. So you sending out a lesson. He took a page out of Pastor Troy's book. Just keep dissing, and you won't keep missing. It is what it is.
Hey, man, listen, I need a smoke break. I'm finna Snoop, I got you, brother.
Don't you dare come for Lil Wayne's head again,
I'm finna represent for you, man. Snoop, I got you. We gonna take a smoke break here on the High Impact Podcast. We'll be right back.
Bark.
Yes, sir. Lord have mercy. Dirty Dan! Hey, man, it's a great day here on the High Impact Podcast. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. During the break, my brother admitted
I'm putting my shades on right now. I knew it was going to be some...
Snoop was the official king of the West. We also confirmed that T.I. was king of the South. So, with that being said, man.
What I will say is that, Snoop Dogg is a legend. And you know what? Maybe he is the king of the West. But I just was thrown off by him saying that for the first time ever. Just like when T.I. said it. And everybody was kind of thrown off. And it's like, you know what? Well, you know what? He might be. So, you know what? I'll give you that. How about that?
Appreciate it.
We'll act like Ice Cube don't exist. But go ahead.
So you think about T.I. When T.I. came out, I'm the king, bitch. It's the king, bitch. Shit was like 2003, 2004.
Just because you say you the king don't mean you the king.
But think about all the other rappers who were booming in Atlanta at that time. Jermaine Dupri's, the Jeezys. Everybody acknowledged him as the king. They might not have said T.I. my king, but you didn't hear Jeezy right here hollering about I'm the king. Even when Gucci dropped the diss track, What Kind of King, niggas was acknowledging he's the king. That shit was like Game of Thrones, man. So even with like Lil Flip, when he beat Lil Flip up, I thought that was wrong, Clifford. That was wrong, Clifford.
He didn't beat Lil Flip up,
He didn't beat Lil Flip up.
What are you talking about?
Man, that man went down to goddamn Houston and
he almost got his ass shot the fuck up.
Hey,
That's what happened.
You start whooping a nigga ass, he's supposed to up foul.
Oh, my God. Where do you get your facts from, man?
Hey, man, listen, I have close personal sources with Hustle Gang. Trust me.
From Hustle Gang?
Hustle Gang.
Yeah, Hustle Gang will tell you that T.I. beat Flip up. Yeah, and I'm sure that the Cloverleaf clan will tell you that.
Cloverleaf said he beat Flip up.
Oh, my God.
Come on, man.
No.
You seen T.I. throw them hands? That nigga doing 100 push-ups in 2 minutes, man. Stop.
No. Okay.
It's the king, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to T.I. my dog, man.
You turn me down in the headphones, man.
Goddamn. But, hey, man, speaking of wild accusations, the CMAs, I don't know, for our viewers, we don't know how familiar you are with the CMAs. That's the Country Music Awards.
Yeah.
They are facing backlash after Shaboozey loses every nomination despite having the longest running #1 song in the Billboard 100 history. The longest #1 song in Billboard 100 history. So for all the years and all the fucking billboards they put out, this man had the Beatles, Jay-Z, Beyonce. He had the longest running song, #1 in Billboard history. This man did not win one single award.
Not one.
Not one.
I wonder why.
So the congregation has gathered, and we have decided that the BET Award should have a country music
segment. Yes.
Yeah, a segment, not a segment. Give it a country music award.
Yeah.
BET got to do it.
And they really should have already had one. So
they should, but it ain't gonna be nobody but Beyonce, Shaboozey, and the other dude. So
no, with them, they can invite all people because
Kirk J.
You know,
there you go.
The thing about it is there are a lot of black country music artists at this time.
They could even do something like a Southern Soul country, because Southern Soul is not quite country, but kind of mixed. It's a lot of Southern Soul artists. Yeah. It's Southern Soul damn near like rappers now. Like rappers, when they stop rapping, they be a little offbeat. They just go to singing Southern Soul.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, hey, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah, you got to find your lane, man. It's been some great Southern Soul came out this city. You know any Southern Soul artists in the city?
I mean, I'm managing one right now, so I mean,
drop names, nigga.
Well, I mean, hey, look, we got a few. One is the one I manage is a guy named Mr. Campbell. He used to do R&B, but he's got a good voice, and it easily transitioned over to Southern Soul, and now he's gigging regular, and his numbers are great, and he's doing great as a Southern Soul artist. Southern Soul is kind of like blues, we tend to have the same audience. So when Southern Soul artists gig, they gig with blues artists, sometimes with R&B artists, So now the country part, I don't think the genres have blended that well together thus far. But man, ain't no rules in this shit, and you never know how far it's gonna go. But shout out to Campbell, the Campbell Way Music Group. Yeah, it's up.
Shout out to L Boogie. I don't know who Mr. Campbell. I ain't calling him.
Mr. Campbell, formerly known as L
Boogie.
That's his neighborhood nickname where he grew up being called, and so that transitioned to when he was doing R&B. But he is no longer L Boogie because that's the music he made when he was, doing R&B and rap and all that kind of stuff. So it's a new day, Ock.
Pause. See that nigga didn't mess up one time when he was talking about that business shit. He ain't mess up one time when he was talking about that business shit. Do not call that man
always talking business.
L Boogie no more. His name is Mr. Campbell. So my apologies, Mr. Campbell.
Well, let the streets know, man. Let the streets know.
I got your number saved in my phone as something else, but, Lil E, Mr. Campbell, it makes sense now. So, shout out to L Boogie, man. So I know
was that a sub?
Kai Darby, that's a side shot. That's a side piece. So I know Kai Darby, she does Southern Soul down here. Solomon Thompson. Remember Big Solomon?
Yep.
He's been doing it for a while. He's been killing it. What's the boy name? 251, Mr. 251, Alabama 251, Big 251. Yep, he does Southern Soul down here. So it's a few, even down here, it's a few Southern Soul artists. And most of the time, when you go to the clubs, they play Southern Soul. Like, you're going to hear some Tucker, you're going to hear some, some blues. I don't care what day it is. That's kind of what Mobile likes. So, I don't think it's a bad route to take as an artist, but, moving on, man. Shout out to Shy Boozy, man. I like to get in the club, getting tips. I like it. I do. I'm not riding to it. I'm not playing it that much, but I do like it, man. So, speaking of, we were talking about something else earlier when we were talking about the business part. So, Meta announces that it has paid its creators over $2
I remember this.
billion in 2024.
Yep.
Meta paid creators more than $2 billion in 2024. YouTube pays $4,400 for 1 million views in 2024.
Yeah.
So YouTube paying $4,000 for 1 million views.
Yep.
Snapchat paying $1,000 for 1 million views.
Yep.
TikTok pays $600 for 1 million views, and Twitter paid $8 for 1 million views. Fuck Twitter, X, and what you call him, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Goddamn,
fuck
all
well
y'all.
Elon Musk.
Teslas.
But so look, so I looked into these numbers, right? Because I'm a businessman at heart, right? And you notice how Meta says, well, we paid out $2 billion, but let me jump everybody else down to their views per million, right? Mm-hmm. So I went to look to see how much do people get paid for 1 million views on Facebook.
How much?
It's less than $1,000. But they want everybody to know that they done paid out $2 billion. By the way, their revenue last year was $134 billion. So out of your $134 billion, you only paid out $2 to the creators that are making y'all all this money. So they need to tell that part too.
Damn.
Yeah.
So they around Snapchat numbers. They're a little bit less. I'm sure Snapchat ain't right at 1,000.
Well, the thing about Snapchat is they have their own. Snapchat is only views. That's the only thing you can do on Snapchat is view stuff. On Facebook, you can write posts. You can skip people's posts. You can do shorts. You can do videos. You can do GIFs. With Snapchat, it's all about views. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got some DMs on the side and stuff, but, more young people use that, so you have more views in general. So Facebook kind of tipped the scale. Well, Meta kind of tipped the scale when they did that. And I don't think Instagram was on that list either, was it?
I didn't see Instagram on the list.
You want to know why? Because it's owned by Meta. So Zuckerberg,
they probably adding all together.
I don't think people really, keep. I don't think they remind themselves enough that he stole this whole goddamn thing from the Winklevoss twins.
The twins.
Yeah.
The Wonder Twins.
Yeah. So let's just throw that out there too.
Them boys still rich.
Oh, they super rich.
Yeah, they still rich. They all right.
They
I can't feel sorry for you.
By the way, they got paid off for Facebook. So
long time ago, probably for his worth.
They got paid off. And
billion.
To Zuckerberg's defense, I think he is solely responsible for making Facebook what it is today. I don't think the Winklevosses would have achieved the success that
I remember the
Mark
movie.
has.
Did you see the movie?
Yeah, I watched the movie.
The movie was pretty dope.
Yeah, the movie was hard.
No doubt.
Yeah.
But speaking of X, Twitter, Elon Musk, did y'all see the Kai Cenat video where the robot crashed out, smashed the TV? Y'all think that was real?
Man, look at here. Let me tell you something about these robots.
That shit look iRobotish to me.
You want to know what I thought about when I saw that damn robot mess up that TV and break that TV? Because there's a video out there of it actually happened. I said, man, robots, you know they trained to develop feelings, right?
I didn't know that. How do you train someone? How do you train someone to develop
Because it has a learning type of mainframe. These robots learn your swag. They learn your lingo. You know, they learn your routine, and they learn people in general. So guess what comes into that? Emotions, which includes anger. What it looked like that's what was going on with that robot. But when they learn how to use a gun, or when they learn how to fight somebody instead of fighting a TV, then what's going to happen? Man, I'm telling you, that movie, iRobot, man, I mean, it was just all the way drives home the issues with these robots. And they don't cost that much.
$24K. That's not much for.
That ain't that bad for a robot to just move around like that.
That's a Malibu. Like that's a car. Like for
That's a Mally.
Somebody to sit in your house and talk to you, and you gonna get you one? I think we asked you this before.
I don't really have a need for a robot. You know what I'm saying? I do my own cleaning, my own fucking, my own money making. I don't need a robot to do nothing for me. So I thought about it, but I don't. What I'm gonna do? Just watch me all day?
I mean, I don't know. I have no need for a robot. I'm trying to find somebody to take this dog. Like it's shit. I don't know.
No, I mean, it sounds like you need an iDog.
I need a.
That's what that sounds.
I don't need nothing else. I got a daughter, more than enough. Shout out to 2. Hey man, listen, but yeah, Kai Cenat, the whole robot, that's crazy.
Shout out to Kai Cenat too,
You think
man.
that was real? You think it was real? Huh?
Man, absolutely, man. How could it be fake? Is my question.
So imagine a robot learning how you feel and how you move, and he's sitting in the room with this screaming little nigga for 4 and 5 hours a day. So all day he jumping up screaming, "Oh my god! Oh my! Ha ha ha!" The robot probably fucking got anxiety and shit. He probably punching TV.
Emotion.
Touchdown!
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
He punched the TV like.
So
I can
guess
see it
what?
happening.
I think it was in iRobot when they said, you know what? One of the robots it killed a person for the first time. You know what's gonna happen when one of these robots kills somebody for the first time? Who's gonna go to jail? Elon definitely ain't going to jail. The head of the Department of, fuck faces, whatever the fuck the name of the goddamn department is. Dodge, by the way. I mean,
hey man,
conflict of interest going out the window, but that's another story.
It's a game changer. It's definitely a game changer. It ain't no game changer like the High Impact Podcast. This is a game changer, like life game changer, like take jobs, murder, do all kind of shit. And I'm sure we've seen all the movies where somebody got a master switch, probably cut every one of the motherfuckers off in the world.
Yeah, you better believe
and
it.
One of them robots gonna figure out how to get that master switch,
and we're done. We're cooked.
And it's over.
Creamed. So, fried. It's a wrap.
Whatever you think. So when motherfuckers go to buy 2 and 3 robots and one robot killed a dog by mistake and the other robot see that motherfucker get deactivated and hauled out on Monday night with the trash, then the robot gonna be like, shit, I don't want to get hauled out with trash. She got feelings. Have emotions now. Like listen. It's the reason they call this the High Impact Podcast, man. DJ Crook.
I'm sick. This shit is pissing me off. Like, who is going to stop this shit from happening?
I tell you somebody who might stop it.
Who?
Lil Baby, man.
What are you talking about?
Speaking of people who can stop the business, Little baby, I don't know, man. It's just it's crazy, man. I don't know who's gonna stop the robot.
Another segger. Go ahead.
I couldn't come with a good segment from
cool.
robots killing people and
I see where you're going now. Yeah.
So I was thinking about, like who's smart enough to do it.
Shout out to Little Baby, 4PF, well formerly 4PF. What is it now? Glass window or something? I don't know.
Glass ceiling, something, shattered glass or something. I don't know. Yeah. Can't be fucked with.
Yeah.
Little Baby. Shout out Rilo, everybody. Little Baby recently completed a course from Harvard Business School in business administration. So,
yeah, I think people are hating off a Little Baby, man, because they keep saying this thing about he completed a course. Man, Little Baby didn't complete no course.
He graduated.
Little Baby graduated from business school.
Oh, Harvard, yep.
Okay, so y'all can stop all that. Then I heard him on the Breakfast Club saying that Harvard Business School is not on Harvard University. Boy, they some fucking idiots. Come on, man. Look this up before you go to the world and announce stuff, because it was meant to be a good thing they was trying to broadcast. But when you have a university, they have different schools within that university. And then on Harvard University, one of those schools is business. So him graduating from Harvard Business School, it means he graduated from a real college. So, anyway.
Harvard, nigga.
Yeah.
Harvard. Yeah.
So, and even if it was a certificate, I want to see y'all go do it, or even have the passion to go do it. This man here, working towards 100 million, and still had time and the will to go do something like that, man. So shout out to Baby, shout out to the whole crew. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing, man. People looking up to you. Your family needs you. Your kids need you. And that man is really making a real deal
impact.
Real deal impact as a male role model, which we need more of, especially the black ones. And I can't see nothing that he did wrong with that move. By the way, it seemed like with this whole indictment season thing coming around, it seemed like he ain't got no footprints or fingerprints nowhere around that stuff. So, kudos to him on that too, man.
Why would you say that?
I'm just saying.
This man is graduating. I was wondering where he'd been with the music. So clearly he's been in business school, which is more than a little weekend job.
Yeah.
So I was wondering where he's been with the music. So I see that he's been doing something extra productive with his time.
Major.
This ain't nothing that you see every rapper doing. Like now, hopefully more rappers will do it.
Yeah.
But that's something. When I think of a rapper, I don't think of, he finna graduate from Harvard. This ain't Harvard of Atlanta or Harvard of Alabama. This is Harvard Business School.
Yeah, the real Harvard. So stop playing.
Ivy League shit.
Stop with the shenanigans and the subliminals. Like, y'all do it then. If y'all feel so, funny about him talking about a certificate. They tripping.
Yeah. Speaking of college, it was a very, very, very interesting week in college football past weekend.
Here we go.
Can I get a drum roll,
Alabama
please?
Laws, whatever. Let's keep going. What else you got? But you know what, though? I had a feeling they was going to lose. And the reason why is because they was on that same high, maybe not the same high, but when they beat Georgia and then they lost the next week to Vandy, this is the same thing. They beat LSU. People thought LSU was going to come out. They beat LSU. They came out, and they lost to Oklahoma. And Oklahoma is not that good. Whatever, man. Look, they got beat fair and square, but guess what? I want you to bring out that same violin when we make it to the playoffs this year. Yeah, that's right. We still making the playoffs. Write it up and type it up.
My former team, Auburn, is who Alabama plays this upcoming weekend.
Yeah, and they on the high. Rush the field for who? Who'd y'all beat again?
Texas A&M, top 15. It was ranked.
Let me tell you something. How many? This whole rushing the field thing.
It's played out.
It's
First of all,
pathetic,
I'm still a Texas fan. We number 2 in the nation. But
boat jumper,
yeah. Big boat jumper. Got my slide zone in this bitch.
Yeah.
But Alabama and Auburn in Alabama.
Yeah, I don't see how y'all get.
If Auburn wins, they go to the playoff. They get a bowl game. If Bama
y'all fighting for a bowl game?
If Bama loses,
first of all,
no y'all. If Bama loses, Bama's out of the playoffs. Bama might be out of the playoffs now. They lost 3 games. I think
we might be out already. But guess what? If we win,
That ain't really. Y'all still gonna be 3 losses. They still got teams like Indiana, all these other 12 teams.
We still number
y'all
13,
in
though.
the SEC conference. No. Y'all still number 13.
Yeah. I hate to break it to you,
That's
brother.
the Alabama polls, brother. Y'all like 14, 15. Like, yeah, y'all out of the top 12.
I hate to break it to you, bro. 13 is still out of the top 12. I hate to break it to you, but it's still a 50-50 shot. We make it to the playoffs.
It's not a 50-50
Only thing we
shot.
need is 2 or 3 teams to lose within this top 12 to either to lose next week or to lose
Texas
during the all the championship games.
Texas and Georgia are gonna be in the SEC championship.
Okay, bye. Congrats. Whatever.
One of them
Do
gonna
that.
lose, but that's
Georgia, they gonna
3
lose.
games.
Yeah.
I don't know. Georgia beat the hell out of us in Austin. I don't think we're gonna lose
Georgia
twice.
beat who?
Texas.
Yeah, because they was juiced up. But let me tell you something. That damn Carson Beck they got, that
He threw a
man,
lot of interceptions.
that
since
man
then.
that throws so many picks, you might as well tell him to go to Russell Wilson camp. Because,
He threw a lot of picks.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So yeah, man. Bama lost. Auburn won. Alabama A&M won. The Cowboys won. It was a crazy week. The Ravens finna win tonight.
Cowboys.
It was a crazy week in sports, man. Crazy. Prime time. My favorite new coach.
Yeah, they lost.
Time.
They lost. But did you hear what he said, though?
What did he say?
He said, man, we start smelling ourselves, and that's why we lost. And you know what? I feel him. I mean, it's easy to be riding on it. It's a real high that you ride on. And they young players. They think they know everything.
I'm the number one
they
prospect for
They got
QBs
200 girls
country.
calling him. You know, they got, NFL teams making little,
Me and my daddy finna go to Las Vegas.
Yeah. So it's hard to put all of that down and go and play a hard fought game with a team
and Kansas
that
came in
wants
there
your
whooping
neck.
some ass.
Oh, Kansas
Kansas
came
wasn't
to play.
pushing. That's
They
the
wasn't
third
gonna-
top 10
they wasn't
team,
gonna
third
lose that
top
game.
20 team, third ranked team they beat.
Yeah.
In the last 3 weeks. Yeah, Kansas whooping some ass.
And I'm gonna tell you this too. All this complaining Colorado been doing about playing late, guess what? They finally got him a good time, which in my mind was a little bit too early for them. They played at 1:30, 2:30, which is not bad, but I think it was a little bit too early for Colorado because they used to playing at 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Hey, man, listen. All excuses out the door. Colorado still has a chance because they could be in the championship game. I think they got to win out
They got a chance for what?
to make the playoffs.
No, they ain't got no chance.
Yeah, the Big 12 has a.
You mean if they the conference champions?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, I can feel that.
If they end up being a conference champ, they rank they right behind Alabama. I think they 14, 15. So if they win, they conference.
They was
championship.
14, 15. They was
was
actually 16, and they lost to an unranked team. Their ass is done.
Well, Kansas got to have a good strength of schedule. Yeah, they don't know. They got to win their conference out. Win out, shit. We'll see how the balls.
I
fall.
want Colorado and Alabama in the playoffs, and then you know what? I don't care what happened after that.
Of course you
I'm gonna
want
be
Alabama.
crunk. Hey man, whatever,
Alabama's
man.
not-
Alabama's good for business.
not worthy,
Alabama's good for college football.
You're not worthy, sir. Alabama's not worthy this year. I'm
Kiss
sorry.
my ass,
I got
man.
I got my hater hat on. You're not worthy. Crook. Let's
What it
get
do?
into it, man. You ready to go straight up and down?
You know what? Let's go it.
All right, what we got, man?
Let's go it. All right, so straight up and down. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna ask you some serious questions. We're gonna go a little deeper this time.
All right.
I know we were talking about TD Jakes and all that kind of stuff, but let me ask you, yes or no? Does God have favorites?
No. I don't even have to elaborate on that. Like, no.
So you mean to tell me when people make $1 billion and they commit all these crimes and they get away with them and, it just seems like, man, it just seems like karma just keep ducking this person time and time again.
Listen, I always felt like everybody got the same 24 hours in the day. Hey, watch this. Zoom in on me. This is my little moment. I feel like everybody's got the same 24 hours in a day. When I get up every morning, I'm blessed to open my eyes. I might not have had $1 billion today. I might get $1 billion tomorrow. I might not have had, you know what I'm saying? But I woke up with everything that I went to sleep with, and I woke up with all this shit is manifestation. All this shit is destiny.
So you saying they earned it fair and square?
He's fair and square, man.
Okay.
Think about all the people that lost parents and kids and shit. Like, it ain't
Yeah.
I got favorites. Like, yeah, hell, my son was a pastor. Literally. Christopher Amari, Pastor Henderson, like Pastor Christopher, he was a pastor. Like, you know, how can you have favorites? Like, you know, went to church every Sunday, didn't do nothing wrong. You know, but it was his time. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
yeah.
So, no, he doesn't have favorites.
No favorites. No
All right.
favorites.
So, it seems like rap is just so in the news about everything, right? I mean, yeah, I'm a rapper and used to rap, and I'm in the rap world and the rap industry, behind the scenes, whatever. But it seems like it's taking over the world. So let me ask you, music in general, did rap save music?
Hip hop definitely saved the music industry. Music industry is 90% hip hop. Like everything across the globe is hip hop. Like rappers from in Japan, China, Korea, like everywhere people do rap music.
Yeah.
Because like 50 Cent said, you don't have to have a degree. You don't have to graduate from high school. If you can rhyme words to music and you got $30, $40 to go get you an hour studio time, you can be an artist.
Yeah,
So
I can feel that.
it's the easiest occupation in the world, but it's not the easiest occupation in the world.
Yeah, the business side of it is treacherous.
Yeah.
All right, so this next question, I asked you this question about 2-3 months ago, and you had said no, but I feel like you may want to reconsider. Let me ask you.
Change.
Is Drake done?
No, man.
He just announced a Australian tour that begins either the day before, the day of, or the day after the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So he's taking his talents to Australia. Right.
It's a tour. It's a country.
But the timing of it just seems so coincidental that he don't even want to be on the same continent when this whole Super Bowl thing comes into play. I mean, he's taken, you know how people take victory laps? This man is taking an L lap, and he can't stop taking it. I mean, he hasn't really, the music he's released has been like soft releases, like the 100 gigs for your head top thing where he released music that's not on all platforms. You know, then he released some 3 songs. And I mean, he's just been weird this whole time. You know,
I can't tell if you like Drake or you don't. 'Cause I thought you said you kind of like Drake, but you don't really.
Because I'm keeping my personal feelings about how I feel about an artist, or if I like an artist, aside from what I feel like is really going on.
Well, just like you just said, like he ain't really dropped. I like that song. It's up. I like that song.
I liked it too.
You know what I'm saying? That's one of the more recent songs. I don't know the 100 gig songs that you're talking about.
He dropped a list, a file that had 100 gigs, quote unquote, 100 gigs of music, and it was incomplete songs. It was songs with hooks, with no verses. It was songs with main parts, vocals, but no ad libs.
If you're watching and you got that, please send that to me. I'm gonna have me a Drake feature this week.
You can find it. It's called 100 gigs for your head top, and it was really weird why he even released it. So that's one thing, but two. Every move he's making now, like suing Universal Music because of Not Like Us. You mean to tell me the song was so big to you that you had to go sue your own label for $100 million because you thought that they was using bots to increase that song's success? And what if it comes out that they didn't do it? Now you said,
they already responded, said they didn't have anything to do with it.
Well, they said they didn't do it, but what if it comes out that they actually didn't do it? Now you got to do what? Accept the fact that the song was as big as they said it was? Oh man.
I mean,
that's an L.
I personally, I was to a point where I was tired of it. Like I started hating the song.
I was tired of it too.
When they come on the radio, I just cut the radio off. Like I take out all my playlists. Like every time Alexa can be playing music and 2 or 3 songs into it, they not like I was just I learned how to crip walk, but
yeah, it was fun. It was nice. I got it. I laughed about it, but
I know the song by
heart. A month later, man, I went to L.A., man, like in the heat of this thing, and man, let me tell you something. The station I was listening to, bro, they played his song. It was like double rotation.
It's like double rotation here, and like every shit still.
If for the people that don't know, full rotation, okay, means that your song is being played at least 6 times in a day. 6 times. Now, let me tell you now, if you got an hour, you only playing about 8 songs in that hour because you got commercials, and what have you. Unless you got a DJ playing and then you just going, you cutting songs short and all that kind of stuff. But 6 songs a day, think about it. In a week, that's 42 spins. Man, they was playing this man's song, I promise you, at least 3 times an hour. Hour.
They was going crazy with it.
So, anyway, so you say he still got some in the chamber. Man, he better start doing something quick because I'm going to tell you, I ain't never known Drake to come out with an album and lose, but this last album, I didn't hear a lot about it. For All the Dogs.
That's what all this shit about. The first person shooter, all that. That's what all this, him and Kendrick.
He had first person shoot on that, but the album's success wasn't like Certified Lover Boy or the one he did with 21, or Scorpion when you had the In Your Feelings on that.
And I still stand on the fact that Drake did not even say anything to K-Dot. J. Cole did, but that wasn't who you wanted your beef with. That was a little Mitch's too, but
yeah, that's another thing. All right, well, let me keep going. So, and my last thing about music, because the CMAs, they really had a chance to at least. Okay, I understand y'all hate off Beyonce because Beyonce, she kind of go back and forth to war with y'all a little bit. So I understand why y'all hated off of her because it was hate.
If it ain't,
but this guy, Shabuzi, right? That was just for no reason. The man was obviously an easy pick. Get a man a plaque and stop playing. Don't be overtly racist.
The fact that he got nominated, dude. If they would have pulled this young black kid up at the CMAs, I don't know.
And then they was talking about him on stage back to back to where the man had to go on social media and had to defend himself. But anyway, my question is will the CMA stop with the racism and nominate a black artist next year after knowing the backlash and receiving the backlash that they received this year?
Is he gonna have a bigger song next year? Like next year, he might not have a song that matters like this one, the longest #1 song in Billboard history.
Listen, black artists are here. It's just not gonna stop. I'm not saying Shabuzi in particular, but somebody's gonna have a song. We'll see if may stop the racism and award somebody that is black some award on any kind of level.
Crook, let's do a Southern Soul and Country Music Awards.
Okay, your answer is no. All right, next question.
All right.
Will the NFL have a majority black owner within the next 5 years? Because there have been some efforts for black owners of black people in these groups that didn't work out and by themselves. I think Ice Cube tried and I'm
gonna say no. And the reason I say no is because I feel like the NFL owners is a group of billionaires and they have pretty much like a gentleman's club.
Yeah, they do.
So whoever's gonna be the face, the owner, they like the mafia. I don't think they're going for it. Like Diddy, Jay-Z, all of them could have bought teams. Yeah, Magic Johnson could have bought a team. They're not selling teams to no African American people. That's just my feelings. Like when Jerry Jones died, his son gonna have it. I ain't trying to rush the process, but Jerry, just go and retire, man. Let somebody else run the shit. You done ran the Cowboys into the fucking ground.
Yeah. And he needs to stay out of the forefront. Like just be in the background like all the other owners, man. Like stop. People need to stop asking Jerry what he think. He just need to go in the back and just be the owner.
I go for Deion coaching, Shador at quarterback. Y'all can take Mike and Dak and take Jerry the fuck back. Like,
Deion is not finna. He's not finna do that.
Deion is definitely NFL next year.
Deion is not going NFL.
I'm calling it now. Deion Sanders is NFL next year. The only way he won't be an NFL if he's not a head coach, but it's a couple head coaching spots.
Do you think he wants an NFL job?
I don't.
And I'm gonna tell you something else too. Deion is having a hard time with that foot.
Do you think he wants to coach his son at every level? He's coached him at every level every day of his life.
his being able to control where he goes will be tremendously downgraded once Shador goes to the NFL. Because if you're a coach, you have no say-so over the team's personnel.
So New York lost. They released Daniel Jones, they starting quarterback.
Yeah,
they had Danny DeVito as the backup quarterback. Not Danny DeVito. His name was Tommy DeVito, but he looked like Danny DeVito, a little short Italian white boy.
That's
that shit looks like a movie. Like, I got to play for the New York Giants starting quarterback. Like, get the fuck out of here. So it might be a movie called The DeVitos or something soon. But New York is released Daniel Jones, and they've already started making offers to move up to the number 1 pick. So Shador might be the number 1 pick, and he might end up going to New York. Do you know what kind of pressure that would be?
Might. But let me ask you this. Do you think these NFL owners are really going to get Shador and then make a play to get Deion?
Yeah.
You think that?
I do.
Oh my God.
That's gonna sell tickets.
Well,
bro.
This is the issue. When is the draft? In April?
Yeah.
June. That's too late. NFL teams after the season, they're gonna fire their coaches, which is in January and February. Okay. They're not gonna wait 2 months to hire a coach. If they do, they way behind.
When Deion finishes this bowl game, that next conversation is going to be he finna go home and think about.
Deion has already said that he's not leaving. He dug in. They paying him handsomely. He did say that before, and he shocked the hell out of me when he left. All right, my last question, man, we can go and get up out of here because we're running long. $1 million in cash or $2 million in credit? Which one you want?
Give me the $1 million cash. I'm a cash man. $2 million credit ain't bad, but I could do something with
that. What can you do with $1 million in cash?
I could do a lot with $1 million cash.
I'm done, man. Get us out of here, cuz.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you go follow us, man, at The High Impact Podcast. Krook said if you can tell him who was the king of the West Coast between Snoop and Tupac and Kendrick, he'll cash up you $10. Just leave your comment down here on the YouTube channel, man. Alabama Hip Hop Radio. It's a new way to listen, man. This is the High Impact Podcast. I got my brother DJ KROOK in the building. I go by the name of the world famous DJ OKTOBA.
What's our connection, baby?
Hey, man. Ooh-wah! We out.
Peace.
WAHHR, Alabama Hip Hop Radio, online worldwide, with the dopest radio station on the planet. A new way to listen.